Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. Tonight, we're going to make an easy one-step ruffle wreath. And all I'm going to do is cut the mesh, and then I'm going to use my Pro Bow 4-in-1, and we're going to make this work, and it's going to be so simple. So let's get started. We're going to do a voiceover today, and it all starts with this sign. I wanted to do a wreath with this sign a while back, but by the time I ordered it, I must have ordered the last one, and it was gone off of Amazon. So this sign I got off of Amazon, and I just love the colors. As you can see, I just cut some felt, and we're going to use that for the back of our wreath. So you're just going to cut off the extra roping that's on the back because we don't need it. And then I'm just going to take some wires and some felt, and I'm going to put it on 3 different spots because I feel like when you do just 2, sometimes it allows the sign to sag down a little bit. You could use a, what is it called? A staple gun, but the sign isn't real thick, so you would need to get like some cardboard or something to kind of build it up so that that staple won't come through. And then you're just going to basically put the wire down in such a way and then just glue the felt over top. And it's really important to remember that the glue that I use is the Gorilla glue sticks. And all of my products here, my glue gun, my rotary mat, everything comes from Amazon, and that link is in the description box below. And you can go to my Amazon shop and you can purchase the same supplies that I used. All right, so let's talk about the mesh. In this wreath, for me, I'm going to use poly burlap. You guys know I have a love for poly burlap. I love the way that it is kind of weatherproofed. But if you want, you can buy this 3-pack from Amazon, and you can use deco mesh. You can use whatever colors that you feel like go with your sign the best, but this is just another alternative option. This method will work for either poly burlap or the deco mesh. Either way, you're going to be good. So what we're going to do is you're going to use the 2 lighter colors, and we're going to cut those at 12 inches each, okay? You're going to need about 10 cuts of these. But for the brown, we're going to cut this at 15 inches. Now, if you notice, I'm using a wood burner here, and there is a glass cutting board underneath. If you're not seeing it, it's there, okay? It's in my Amazon shop. But you're going to cut this in such a way that the top 2 layers are 12 inches, and these brown layer, which is going to be the bottom layer, is going to be 15. So 15 inches for this, 12 for the other. So let's start by putting our ruffles together. You're going to take a piece of wire that this is about 18 inches long, I believe. And I believe it's the 26 gauge, but you could use a pipe cleaner if you want to, all right? I'm also going to be using 10-inch cuts of ribbon. We're going to use 3 actually, and we're going to bend them in half, and then we're going to bend them, or fold them in half, I should say, and then we're going to cut a dovetail out of them, okay? Again, scissors came from Amazon. Love them. You guys suggested them to me. So we're going to have 3 pieces of mesh and 3 pieces of ribbon. So it's really that easy. So let's get started on putting this together. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the brown. The brown, remember, is cut at 15 inches, and we are going to ruffle it. I'm going to bend over one side, and I'm going to start ruffling it. It doesn't matter which way you ruffle, whether you do it on the opposite side, but this is the side you want going down into your 4-in-1 Pro Bow, okay? And what I like about this is it holds it for you. We have the wire underneath, and this is going to be a very simple way to make a ruffle wreath. And if you don't have a bow maker, this is a great place to start. So this will be linked in the description box below, and it might be here on the screen. If you want to click on that link, it'll take you there to get it as well. So the next one I'm going to take is the cream colored poly burlap. So you can do it either way, underside, overside, but the curl side down is how you want to put it in your Pro Bow, okay? And then I'm taking this beige color, and again, you don't have to use the same sign that I did, but you can get any sign that you want. I believe these signs were 12 inches in diameter, and we're going to just keep doing the same thing. We're just going to keep ruffling it up into the center. And then we are just going to go ahead and add that on top of the brown and the cream colored poly burlap. Again, remember, you can use deco mesh. It's really that simple. Or use something you have. So I'm going to take this 2.5 inch piece of ribbon, and I've already dovetailed it. These are cut at 10 inches each, guys. And then I'm going to take 2 of these matching ribbons, and these are 1.5 inches, and I'm going to put it on top there. It's that simple. It really is. So now you're going to take your wire and you're going to bring it up, and you're going to meet in the middle here, and you're going to cross it over. So see how I cross it over, and then I'm going to push down on my mesh, and then you're just going to be able to pop that out, and then you're going to turn it over, and you're going to just twist it at the back again. But listen, we're going to do this again so that you will know how to do this. So let's do another one. So let's do this one more time. You're just going to take your brown, you're going to roll under the first part just a little bit, and maybe roll over the last part just to kind of keep those raw edges underneath. Make sure you put your pipe cleaner, your wire down first, crosswise. And then you're just going to take the rest of your mesh. I'm going to take the cream colored. Again, the brown was cut at 15 inches, and the cream and the beige was cut at 12. So keep that in mind as you do this, all right? So we've got that. Let's get the beige now, and we're just going to put it all together. I really like this way of doing it. You can make all the bundles that you need to do. I believe we did about 11 bundles in all, and it just makes it easy. It really, truly made it easy. So you're just going to grab your ribbon, and I like to have the ribbon already ready to go, and then my 2 pieces of 1.5 inch. And honestly, if you wanted to use all 2.5 inch, you could definitely do it. And honestly, you don't have to use wired ribbon if you don't have any. And as you can see, my hand has a little bit of a wound on it, so I'm sorry that that's kind of in the shot this week, but you know, it is what it is. So once you get it out, you're just going to twist it, the wire in the back. And what I did for this wreath is I made all my bundles, and then we put them on our wreath frame. So this is just a Dollar Tree wreath frame that we're going to use that works perfectly here. And we're going to put it on that second wire. That's the only wire we're going to use. But see where my finger is, and I'm going to put it down on this wreath frame, and then I'm just going to twist it on, guys, and tuck those wires underneath, and it's going to just be beautiful. Now, I think this would be pretty for any type of occasion, Christmas, summer, Valentine's. If you have a sign, this is just a really easy way to do a simple wreath. And this is so beginner friendly. So that's one of the reasons why I really love doing this wreath. So you're just going to keep adding your bundles. You can put as many as you want. I believe I used about 10 to 11 here. So whatever we end up with is how many you're going to actually cut at the beginning of this video. So again, I just wrap it around the second wire, and then I actually just kind of wrap it around one of the wires as well. So I'm not really cutting the wire. I'm just kind of pushing them together, and then we're going to add some more. So as you can tell, you can put probably 11 of these on here if you wanted to, but I did 9. So at the end of this, it was only 9. I know I just told you 10 or 11, but could you do this with 6-inch mesh? Let's talk about that. Yes, you could. If you did this with 6-inch mesh, I would put them on, I would double them up and put them on maybe bar 2 and bar 3. And I think that would be really pretty, but they're going to be smaller. So I would do like the same thing, 15 inches and 12 inches. And then I would do for the ribbon, I would do like 6 inches for the ribbon instead of 10. So as I finish up, you're going to see how I just put one more bundle on here, and it's perfect. So let's move on to the sign. All right, so let's get that sign out, and you're just going to gently pull back your mesh, and you're going to find the inside of the wire. Do you see that? I know it's a little hard to see, but I'm going to take one wire on one side and one on the other, and then I'm just going to twist them underneath. And then I'm going to do the other side. Now, it's really important that you don't push your sign too deep. You want it to be stable and you want it to be even. So kind of give it a little patience here. It's going to come out beautifully. So as you can see, the one side's down a little bit, and then you're just going to kind of bring out your mesh so that it all kind of pops out and all the colors can be seen. And then I'm going to go to the other side where I have the other part of the wire, because we have 3 wires here. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to find the wire of the frame. You're going to connect it. You're going to twist it. Make sure it's even. And then in a moment here, I'm going to go up to the 3rd wire, and then I'm going to flip this over so you can see it. So just be really gentle with it. Make sure it's nice and even. So this is where I turn it over, and so now I have all 3 wires connected to my frames, okay? And you're gonna cut, you can cut them if you want, but I didn't. I just twisted them on really good, and then I just poke them back down into the wreath. And I'm not worried about this scratching my door. You could cut it if you want, but just be sure that you don't have a sharp edge. Now, you could cover this whole wreath, the back of it, with felt, and I've showed you guys how to do that many times in many videos. So when you first make the wreath, just make sure you cut out a piece of felt. Now, I'm going to hang it from the wreath frame. Or you can take a zip tie and you can connect it like so, and then hang it from your wreath or your door that way. At this point, you're just going to start playing with the ribbon, playing with the mesh, making sure everything is simple and it's in its place. Now, I chose not to make a bow for this wreath, mainly because I want the sign to kind of stand out. But also, if you want to make a bow, get that pro bow out, the 4-in-1, and take the ribbon that you use, and you can make a beautiful bow. I have bow videos. I'll list them in the description box below. If you want, you can learn how to make a bow by hand or with the bow maker. Either way, you'll be good. But I think this turned out beautiful. I'm really happy with it, and I hope you enjoyed it. So, if you made it this far in the video, I want you to type out the word hello, okay? And I know that you have watched the whole video. So I appreciate you being here tonight. If you want to watch me over on Amazon Live, the link is in the description box. This is where I made this wreath, and I recorded it with an extra phone so that I could share it with you guys here on YouTube as well. So until next time on Julie's Wreath Boutique, we'll see you. Bye-bye.